my wife is the writer and producer and creative producer of this movie, and she also edited with me as well. So this is a family project, right? It's an interesting collaboration. I mean, we've worked together in post in Cape Town for so many years before we decided to move down to Nigeria. So it's someone that I understand her vision, but this is also her first script that she wrote and produced. So yeah, it's an interesting collaboration between us. We've got quite a unique, dynamic way of working together. I think the South African film industry is quite advanced, so is the Nigerian. We have the numbers, we have the technical know-how, and I've always wanted a symbiotic relationship between both industries. So that's why we came up with this project, to have a cross transnational relationship story. I mean, we flew both actors to Nigeria and South Africa. It's quite intense, you know, the planning of all that. So my intention, or what I want the audience to take away from this, is to learn more about the Nigerian culture, the South Africans to learn more about the Nigerian culture, and vice versa. There's so much of culture, like as Africans, we explore cultures. We like to tell about our culture. So we gave a fair amount of representation. Like, we have a scene where Cindy was trying okra soup for the first time, and she actually tried it on the first time on set. So that reaction was quite genuine, and she didn't like it. She actually didn't like it. So I think this should encourage more filmmakers to explore transnational stories across other regions in Africa.
It was both difficult and easy at the same time. Okay, let's start with the easy. Some of the experiences are, or rather scenes or storylines, or some little bits here and there, I can't say what, was inspired by true life. Was inspired by stuff that we spoke about at some point, or inspired by something that we had done, or bits of our personalities, one way or another. And the difficult parts in that it's very easy to just lean on something that you already know. So you have to expand in order for you to bring everybody else, because of our experiences isn't necessarily everybody else's experience. So yeah, it was fun. It was challenging. Also to just look at the world of the story, and that is set between South Africa and Cape Town, and making sure that we are bringing everything together, making sure that we're not leaving one party out and hanging on too much on one party. So yeah, believe it or not, and I don't know whether this is just me thing out of laziness or what, but the actors were the characters that we were writing. In writing it, we had Cindy in mind with Cindy Mahlangu. We had Efa Iwara as the lead. We had Genevieve, we had DSF. So the people that you see is what was in our heads when we were writing. The one thing that the audience is going to take away from the movie is a look at ourselves, simply because of everybody goes through a lot when it comes to love, be it a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband and wife, sisters or friends or whatever, Everybody goes through some kind of challenges. Everybody has that one person that they can lean on. Everybody has to build a trust on someone. You definitely got to watch the film and feel like you're looking at a mirror, because of its things that people have gone through. And if you have not gone through, trust at some point you will go through something different or a little bit similar in one way or the other.
We are here to see Soft Love. Soft Love is our third film on the slate. Our slate is a slate of 12, and so that means that we have a lot of stuff in the offering, right? With Neptune Studios, we try to give it a mix of genres, right? So this is romance. Before this, we had a crime drama. Sometime this year, we're having an action flick come through, and so not to give a lot out of the bag, but yeah, it's quite a number of stuff to expect from Neptune Studios. Green Fever was our first to be released this year out of the Output deal. Everybody knows about Breath of Life, so yeah, I won't talk much about that. Green Fever, and then after that was With Difficulty Comes Ease, right, on Prime Video. Both titles did really, really well. I think that when you look at some of the stuff that we are offering, right, I think the feedback that we get is that it's out of the norm. We pride ourselves with creating content that is, you know, not the regular type of stuff that you see. So a little different, a little bit of spice, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, that they're doing really, really well, and I'm just grateful. I think we're grateful to the response that we've been getting so far from, you know, from our features.
I want to believe it's a romantic comedy or a romantic film, you know. But from the cast, of course, Effa is a great actor. One or two of the female actors, I know them. Some of the other ones, yeah, Genevieve Dorcas, I do know. But I'm waiting to see, you know, the other ones and see the whole balance, you know. Because I can tell it's a balance of Nigerian and South African actors. So, yeah, well, it's hard to tell right now until I see it.
South Africa and Nigeria is always a banger whenever you combine those two, because they are two super talented countries and two super, you know, vibrant human sets of people, right? So yeah, whenever you combine that, I'm sure that it's always good to make something amazing. So I know that this movie is not an exception, and that's why I'm out here to see it. Absolute entertainment, enjoyable performances, and I'm just looking out to have fun, yeah.
When Nigerians, most Nigerians, not to generalize, when we hear South African Nigerians on a particular table, we think about rivalry. But now we're thinking about love. And I've been to South Africa once, Cape Town, and it's such a beautiful place. And those people were so wonderful to be with. I was younger then, but I still enjoyed being with them. So I don't know where this rivalry is coming from, but yeah, when I hear Nigeria, South Africa, I think about rivalry, thanks to social media. Oh, not yet. I haven't worked with Efe Wara yet, but great actor, first of all. Secondly, I love the way he looks. I love the way he carries himself, and I'm expecting to see something beautiful from him here today. We, in my opinion, I think that we could do more in our love movies. We could pay more attention to patience in our love movie. It shouldn't be rushed. Romance should not be rushed. I mean, I love the name Soft Love here, and I'm expecting to see love in the way that God made it to be. Soft, there's a lot of space. There's a lot of, I think the real love and the affection and romance are in the silence of it. It's not in the words that I say to you, it's in the way that I look at you. It's in the way that I touch your arms and feel you. These are the things we need to take into consideration while shooting our love stories. And I'm hoping to see that here today.